We have him. He's actually working out. See? Wait.
That's really his pecker. Okay.
All right, you get Cody.
Like I said,
Okay.
I only have two.
Are you ready for that one's actually.
Okay.
This looks like Derek.
I feel like
Cody. He's kind of dirty though. Sorry.
At least his
True
wiener-
life of a CrossFitter. Look at my purse.
His wiener's not hanging out.
oh my gosh, Jenny, I love you.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
He's
on
doing
it.
a muscle up.
Oh yeah, but like why?
He's literally holding himself up by his weenie.
But his wiener is the smallest thing I've ever seen. It might break off tonight. Literally. He might be in the ER for a broken wiener.
Proportionally, it ain't bad. I mean, he's
It
not-
is kind of bad, Derek.
I don't know.
I don't know what they say about black people. You know,
Yeah, that's
is
true.
that
Are we
true?
putting this on?
Yeah. Mic up
Oh wait, I gotta
or headphone up.
we gotta crack this first, so we're
Yeah.
not like degenerates and
Pop it.
pop it. I'm actually kind of like
whoa.
fun fact about me. I'm kind of actually
Jeez.
scared to pop champagne.
I got
Oh.
an embarrassing story. So I was given a bottle of Dom Perignon
Okay.
by Vicky and Arthur when
Okay.
we opened this place. I didn't know it had to be chilled. So all excited. Whole bottle gone.
Oh,
no.
whole
All over
bottle.
the roof of this room.
It like
Gone.
exploded?
Yeah, because I guess if it's not chilled, like everything comes out.
Oh my god.
Who wants to open this?
I didn't know that.
Who wants to do
Is
the
it
honors?
chilled?
Yep.
Another glass.
Oh yeah. Got a solo cup. Is that fine?
Classy.
We're classy.
This
I
is
actually have a
really
Dom
happening.
Perignon story as well, Derek. So I was serving at the melting pot, and it was, I think it was 2000.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, that was
nice
good.
work,
Oh, do you
bud.
want some lemonade LMNT?
Yeah.
Ooh, I saw
Yes.
the new flavor came out.
Please.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, okay.
Give me your cup.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
I know
There's no cooties in here, but you're like my big sister, so it
yeah,
doesn't
no,
matter.
I'll take it.
Do
Hey,
it.
we wanted to try it anyway. I
Might-
can be fancy.
Might have some BCAAs, some protein powder,
Okay,
some
let's
steroids
go.
in there.
Steroids.
I'll take it. Thank you.
All right,
Yay.
Emma, pull it to your face.
To my face.
To
Yeah.
your face.
Okay.
Or you can tilt it.
Testing.
I have our notes app too.
Get a little aggressive with it. Use those CrossFit muscles. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Or your
Wow.
brain muscles right
Okay,
now.
I'm in now.
Holy moly. There you are.
Oh, good. You guys
So-
like went in there.
Yeah.
Get comfortable and talk.
Yeah.
And I need to make sure I'm getting you through the machine. All right, Jenny, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous.
Doing fabulous. Talking.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I mean,
can
I
hear it.
hate my own voice.
I do too. Can you
I'm
hear
stuck
your
in,
voice?
like,
it
my
sounds very
own-
smooth. I like
Yeah.
everybody's voice right now.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I don't like mine.
Nobody has ever said they like my voice, so that's good.
I wish I had like a raspy voice. Like, oh.
Emma, talk.
Hello. My name is Emma.
Did you come and work out today?
I ran
Ugh.
RTO prep, baby.
Emma, I feel like you should be a podcaster. Your voice is really
It's,
good on
it's
Oh, wow.
really
Thank
nice.
you.
Arthur told me today I have a face for radio, and that took me a minute to
do.
click. Thanks, Emma. No, a face
For
Like,
radio.
for radio.
Not podcast.
Oh, wow, that went right over.
really?
Okay.
Blonde hair's popping.
We
Or
work
did you
out.
give
We
him one of
don't-
these?
we get jokes. I was like, yeah, absolutely, Derek. You do have a
That's
face
so
for radio.
I
mean.
was like, thanks, Arthur. It legitimately took me a second. I'm like,
You're like, you're a
oh, there's no voice on or no audio or
So you're like,
video.
so I'm not pretty?
Yeah, it's messed up.
I disagree.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't feed his ego.
That's
It's
right.
too early in the podcast.
It's true. All right, double edged people. We got a special guest today. Jenny Drew, Emma Briggs,
Hello.
Hello.
Sarah Grant.
Woo-woo.
And I don't know where this is going to go.
Me
None
neither.
of us do.
I have some ideas. I got talking points for if, we just sit here and stare at each other and don't really know what to say. I find
That's
that's
never
not going to
gonna
be a
happen.
problem.
I don't think with this group that's going to
No.
So,
happen.
Jenny was kind enough. Apparently, this is going to be the first drinking podcast of Double Edge.
Sorry, it's called Balance. Like, I had a protein shake. If you want to see what's in my purse, I also have beef jerky.
It's Friday.
It's
A little
some
what's in
David's
my
bar.
purse.
What's in my purse?
Jenny brought
Oh, wait, I brought my
some,
friend. His name
naked dude.
Peter.
Yeah, legitimately Peter. Or do you put him in the cup? You just
Nah,
drink
he
him right
hangs
up?
by his, you know what. In case the children are watching.
So the
Sorry,
podcast.
Claire.
So the podcast is rated explicit just
Okay,
because
Oh, because Chris McBroom might be in here
I want to get him on here,
dropping F-bombs.
Oh yeah.
but I'm not exactly not
That's
guilty
true.
of
That's true.
cursing.
Sorry, Sarah.
If I get a little passionate,
Thank you.
so
To each their own. You guys are good.
How's the element?
It's good.
Is that
we
like
have to cheers,
I was
right?
telling Sarah today I want to mix the raspberry with the lemonade and do like half packet, and then you would have 2 raspberry lemonades.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think that would be solid.
try with vodka.
I mean, duh.
Yeah.
Is a bear shit in the woods?
There we go.
Then
Starting off strong.
there's another one, a popsicle,
Oh,
like strawberry lemonade popsicles.
Oh.
Those
I
are
like
fun.
that. Mm-hmm.
All right, cheers.
Okay,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh wait,
To 6 a.m.
Yay!
6 a.m.
We did Chad or
Girl-
not Chad Ed today. sorry.
Girls rule. Let's
I
go.
lost my little dude.
Oh
I
no.
feel like this needs to be a podcast prop so I can sit here and like stare at him.
You could have him as a parting gift, or do you want this guy? I feel like he's. We can decide at the end of the podcast. We have time. Hopefully he can sustain his muscle up the whole time.
I mean, as long as the Viagra doesn't wear off, I think
Oh
he's
my
good.
gosh.
I think he needs Viagra.
He's a couple years
my
older, right?
God.
Give him
See,
a
we
break.
need you. We
He's
need the
just
blue
staring right
barrel.
into my soul.
Okay, sorry. We'll go.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, do you like booties or?
Oh my gosh.
We're off to a great start.
So, tenure here. Sarah,
Yeah.
you've been here the longest. You got a banner.
Let's go.
Banner.
2,000 visits. You started August 2014.
Okay.
Yep. I remember you were in
That's
here
crazy.
with your youngest.
Oh yeah,
Riker.
Riker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We
He
got
was so
pictures
little.
of you with him, Thomas.
Yeah.
It's like a Saturday class or something.
Okay, that's crazy. That's so crazy. And Jacob, let's see, I would go the 10 a.m. with Jacob because
Sounds
then
right.
I could drop off all the kids, and then Riker was with me.
Yep.
Mom life.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Now my kids are at the same school as Riker.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I love
Crazy.
it.
And then Jenny next, February 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if that's possible because I moved to Reno in April of 2016. But I mean, I'll take the
okay.
extra 2
It
months.
could be wrong because it's when you created a profile. You could have
Oh,
created
yeah.
a profile.
I hit up Joel because we weren't like, we didn't go to high school together, but I knew him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to need a place to work out. And he's like, this is the place. He got me all set up.
Okay, that
So
makes
that's
sense.
what I
Leah
mean,
was
create your
my
profile.
first coach, 9 a.m.
Oh, how funny.
It was such a different vibe, but it was awesome. And I knew I wanted to be here
Yeah.
for sure.
Did you do CrossFit before that?
Not like crazy. Like, have you heard of what are they? Backcountry?
Backcountry?
Yeah. So me and Ron went there for maybe like 4 months before we moved home.
All right.
But they had like 2 teams go to the game, so we're like, this is kind of a scary
No, they're
place.
legit.
Yeah, they're super legit.
Is that in Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
Littleton.
Littleton,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been there. I've been there.
I mean, the gym was in a huge warehouse. Probably had like 2,000 members plus.
That's a big
So
place.
you never knew who was going to be in your class. It wasn't like our vibe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool.
And then Emma, you started January 2019.
Fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
right before
Yay.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And a handful of people thought you and your dad were
Still do.
an item.
Still do as of last week.
Oh my god.
Freaking Travis.
Do you get tired of that?
No, I mean, it's weird, but
Yeah.
I guess I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, nowadays, it doesn't seem to be abnormal for
Yeah.
that as abnormal for couples to have a,
With
a
like the
pretty big
sugar
spread.
daddy
Yeah.
scenarios
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
fair.
So y'all been here for quite a while.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
You're
awesome.
45 years old. You're 40 years old. You're 30 years old.
Yeah.
Got quite a spread
I like it.
in age demographics, if you will.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool. So, since I found out you guys are basically interrogating me and you have questions, you want to kick it off? What you got?
Let's go.
Oh.
All
'Cause
right. We got a little.
I mean, I got all kinds of questions. Whatever we want to go, wherever we want to go with this.
The world is our oyster.
Yeah.
We got.
I mean,
Half of-
typically there's the standards. What brought you into the gym? What do you like most about the gym? those are the standard, I guess, business questions. But the goal is to hear you guys talk stories, lives.
We could start there. And then that
Yeah,
opens
that's a good idea.
You kick it off,
the
veteran.
flow.
Okay, what's the question? How did I get here?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I was into triathlons and doing kickboxing. I was a kickboxing instructor at one point.
Wow, I did not know this.
Isn't that funny? And I also was a spin instructor at one point.
That doesn't totally surprise me.
No. But yeah, I got plantar fasciitis because I was running to kickboxing, running home, doing what I
Like you'd run from your house to kickboxing class, teach, and that's active coaching. Like you're doing everything with everybody.
Yeah. And so I started to get plantar fasciitis, and then a lot of people would just tell me, "Oh, you just got to run through it." And I tried to, and I could not.
You're like the
function.
worst person to tell that to because you're going to try until you break.
Yes. And so, and I had little kids, like little babies and stuff. So and T had started with Double Edge maybe a few months before me.
I remember TRX class.
It was Sabrina.
Yep.
And so he was like, "You should just come try CrossFit." I was like, "I will never do CrossFit. Like, that's just not my jam. I'm a runner." And then I totally was like, "All right, I'll just try a couple classes." So I would come here, and then I would go to a kickboxing class right after.
Teach or do?
I would do it.
Okay.
See, I haven't changed one single bit. And then all of a sudden, I just started drinking the Kool-Aid. And I was like, wow, I love it. I love it so much. So that's kind of how I got here.
So, hear often from, I guess, people that are really partial to running, they're scared of CrossFit, intimidated by CrossFit. That seemed not to be the case for you.
Well, I just
Were you
was
scared?
Yeah, for sure. And I grew up as a dancer. So I never lifted a barbell in my whole life. The only time I ever lifted weights was like a boot class for kickboxing. So it was like
a 2-pounder.
Yeah, and like a 12-pound like weighted ball. So I never picked up a barbell. And I remember being behind Becky Marvin.
Yeah.
And she was doing power cleans, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could barely do it with like, a 55-pound barbell. It was very intimidating, very intimidating. I sucked at everything.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
Well,
it was funny. I was like,
just,
oh my gosh.
Cheers to that, Sarah.
Right. Cheers to you, bud. You've come a
you.
long way.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I wasn't obviously coaching classes at all back then. So
Yeah.
I didn't see like your early days of CrossFit. It's
Yeah.
pretty fascinating seeing as how I'm like, your main coach now, and
Yeah.
Tammy, how far that has come.
I guess that's true. Because sometimes I don't like reflect on that at all.
Like, not to boost your ego, but you move pretty damn well. You move weight
Okay.
pretty damn well. Like, you do really, really good.
Thanks, Derek.
And to think that there was a time where you're terrified of all this.
Yes.
And now you're like staple in the gym. Like, you could probably coach a class. I don't know if much work would get done. It'd be very, very chatty for the whole hour.
That is
but
a bucket list of mine.
The
Just
warm-up might be missed.
Jenny and I.
But
oh, we got 5 minutes left.
Oh, shoot. Does anyone stay till 12?
I just feel like Jenny and I could definitely like sub in at last minute if we ever had to.
All right.
Yeah.
I just have to roll the dice one day and see what happens.
Yeah.
We
But
would
you
be
know enough,
great.
like you know it. Like you
Yeah,
genuinely
thank
know
you.
CrossFit now.
Thank you.
You know all the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I can't even imagine life without doing CrossFit. I love how I feel stronger and the community. I feel like I have met so many amazing people in my life.
I mean, I don't know. I know you have a lot of friends outside the gym. You're a very social human being.
I'm social, yeah.
But it does seem like a lot of your diehard friends
Yeah.
met inside the gym.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, you and Kara now
I know.
like,
And
travel
Dawn.
across,
Dawn.
Dawn travel
Yeah.
across the country
I know.
to see each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's not often you see relationships stick when somebody moves like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
And it started here.
Yeah, it did. So thank you, Derek,
Cool.
for all of it. Yeah.
Well, when it comes to the community part, you guys are all the ones that build it.
Yeah.
I just kind of nurture it, if you will. Make sure the lights turn on. It's always important. Stuff like that. But
You're more than
You're
a
the
body,
backbone.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are the backbone. I agree.
Yeah.
well, I try. But it is, without a doubt, the people that's drawn into here, it's what keeps me going. Like, if I didn't coach, if I didn't switch over and stop like riding a desk and all that crap, I don't think I would have made it through COVID,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it was those relationships with everybody, coaching everybody, building that part of, because before all this, I just did personal training. It was just one-on-one. That was my life. And that's what built the gym, essentially. But getting into the group experience and coaching more group classes, those shitty years, many years ago, that's what brought me into fighting like hell for this place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
And I think you know how many members literally will ride and die for you guys. You know, like you guys are your family now. You're actually stuck with us. So
which
dang
is
it,
really,
should have got
really
that lifetime membership. Shoot,
still for sale.
think
Just
about
it
that.
just went up a little bit.
Oh, man.
I know.
A little bit.
Dang. I'll sell some feet pics for this. I'm just kidding.
Jenny's all of a sudden,
I
here's
know.
my OnlyFans.
Here's my scanner.
So I guess we'll go to you next, Jenny.
What brought
Besides
me in?
Joel brought, I mean, you're looking for a place to work out.
Yeah, I think I always knew. Well, I was a D1 softball player. Loved lifting. Obviously, you can kind of tell from my body style. I don't like running. So I mean,
But you're good at it.
but I'm trying.
You're good at it.
You're a very well-rounded athlete,
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that. I mean, gymnastics probably.
and you
my
are really, really good with a barbell.
Yeah.
barbell.
Agreed.
Yeah, today was fun. It was
That's one
moving.
word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that goes back to the community. Like me and Sarah were like, I'll pick it up, and you pick it up on the barbell part because I was going down at
helped
that
me.
point.
That helped me so much.
But yeah, I think just CrossFit in general, I love the constant variation. I don't want to do the same shit every day. You know, you guys make it fun and light, but also like we're working hard, we're sweating together, we're laying on the ground, like no one's judging any person here, and I love that. I think, you know, we all know we're healthy competitors, right?
Yep.
Like that leaderboard is obviously there for, in my personal opinion, I want to beat myself.
Yep.
But I'm also cheering for all the baddies in the gym. Like I want us all to kick ass. And I think that that's one thing inside these four walls, we're all here for each other. We
Agreed.
wake up every morning, we grind, we, you know.
Mhm.
And I think that's the best part of, I mean, it's more than a gym.
No, and you can tell just amongst your guys' relationship coming into the class, the sport, the sometimes may or may not be warming up.
And maybe that's why we have to get here a little bit earlier because the warm up might. Well, and you guys are so good with us because I know at times we're unruly or
We're a
you know.
lot.
We'll get into that in a second.
Jenny, I remember my first 6 a.m. class, I was with my sister, BB, and we left and we were like, whoa, we want to be like her. Like, did you
so
see that
nice.
girl over there? How much she was lifting? I still remember it.
Aw.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And then you're also awesome
Aw,
on
thanks,
top of
guys.
that. So
I love that. Jenny's strong. She's strong.
I just want to keep being strong.
That's
But-
the goal.
Yeah.
You're also, like you said, you lift up people up around you. You're not like competitive, and like it's such a healthy environment.
Yeah. I haven't looked at Sarah today. I'm like, we're doing 125, right? For Ed. And she's like, do you know my PR is 140? And I was like, yeah, so rip up 125 32 times. She's like, that's a no for me, dog. But, you know,
She
that's like,
lifted it like a cake, a piece of cake.
I don't know if it was cake, but
Yeah.
it moved. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
Emma,
yes, my turn.
yeah, brought you in.
I, like Jenny, played a sport in college. I played basketball. And my first year after graduating, I kind of had that like cliche lost athlete
Yeah.
transition. I was going to 24-hour fitness every day, doing like my little Instagram workouts that I could find. Like, how do I stay active, keep it fun? And I was like really lost and sad for a while. And then I watched like the Fittest Women Netflix documentary,
Yeah.
the CrossFit one, one night. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. Like, that looks cool. I can do that. Like, I want to be strong, and that looks so much fun. So I just found a gym. I was in the Bay Area at the time, and I found a CrossFit gym close by, went to a class, and I can't remember what the workout is called, but it's where you do like 1,000 thrusters.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my God.
Well,
There's
Whoa.
There's
a-
the 100 one with
maybe
Cal
it's the
Sue,
100.
and you do burpees.
Yes.
That was your first.
That was my
Oh,
first
God.
class. And
Oh.
I walked
Whoa.
out like my hair was a mess. I was beat red. And I was
sounds
like,
like
oh,
hell.
this is fucking cool. Like,
You said cool.
everyone
That
else.
wasn't the word I used.
Well,
but-
and I still was like very competitive, you know, still had the athlete competitiveness. And I was like, I can do this. Like, it's, you know, and I died. I think I remember calling my dad that night and being like, guess what I just did? Like, it was insane.
Was Kyle
and since
always
that-
so salty back in the day when you called him?
He's actually much better these days.
Oh.
But ever since then, I kind of kept going to classes, and it was such a new, fun challenge where I already liked the weightlifting from basketball, but I knew I needed people around me and structure and music and
Yep.
friendships and just kind of that community. I don't enjoy necessarily working out by myself, and I know that's for some people, but it's definitely not for
no.
me.
No.
Oh no.
If you look at society, it's for very few people
Yeah.
working out by themselves. I can force myself to do it, but
Yeah.
it's not something.
No.
No.
So much rather work out with people.
And then I was down in the Bay Area for a while, and my dad was kind of, I think, in the same boat, like biking a lot. And I was like, you should try CrossFit. Like, it's really cool. You would like it. And I think that's when he started about the same time here. And then when I moved back to Reno, I was like, well, I'll go to the place you're at so we can work out together. And it's been a party ever since.
And your sister went.
Oh, yeah. And when my sister
yeah.
lived here,
Phoebe.
yeah, got her involved. But
That was cute.
I mean, it's just fun to be healthy, feel good. I mean, I've gone through, I think, the classic, like, I don't know what I should be doing. Should I do the Pilates? Should I do the running? Should I do the biking? You know, there's so many things out there, but all roads for me lead back to CrossFit. So,
Strength. That's good.
yeah.
I mean, the most important thing in any fitness is consistency.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you're not going to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of things out there that can keep you healthy. I mean, obviously, for me personally, I still believe in CrossFit methodology as being one of the cornerstones, but it's not just CrossFit. It's the people, how things function. It's just like a class functions, and both from a coach side and being in class side. It is so, I don't know, it just works and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. And Emma's a good athlete.
Yeah.
She
She's
was
a
killing
good
the
athlete.
high
Now you're
rocks
gonna make
last
me
weekend.
blush.
Or 2 weekends
Did you
ago.
get your pictures?
She's a good athlete.
Did I what?
Did you see her pictures?
I did. They were awesome. Thank you.
Dude.
That was, yes.
Poor Jenny. Didn't
Oh.
get there early enough.
Don't even. I would have probably looked like half
You
dead.
got
I
a few
literally
good
look
pictures.
dead in all of them.
No, you
I'm
don't.
exhausted.
My
I mean, you're
partner-
kind of supposed to. If you look
Yeah,
perfectly
just like, oh, yeah.
composed in a
That
cross.
was after the burpees.
You made that sled pull look like it was like
Yeah.
chump change, dude. It was so cool to see
Yeah.
you just rip through those weights.
Oh, it's so nice of you. It didn't feel like that.
Look
but
like lightweight, like a PVC pipe.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, High Rocks was interesting to watch. I get the appeal on one side, but it reinforced the fact that training CrossFit and you add some running in really does. I mean, it supports the backbone of that event.
Well, and I think too, because I think not that we're like aging out, but I think
Oh, I'm aging out.
well, yeah, actually, like totally. But I think it's something that almost everyone could either do or train for because
Yeah.
you're not doing like muscle ups or
Really
Yeah.
heavy,
heavy
heavy.
It's
snatch.
very
So I think
fitness
it's
inclusive.
yeah. And like it's still something you're like goal because that's what me and Emma were talking about. We just not like get in a rut, but you know how it is. You're like we're just showing up and like
Yeah.
doing the thing. And I
It's
think
fun to
for
look forward
me,
to
yeah, it
something.
was like cool, like to sign up to feel that nervous energy, like
Yeah.
the day, like when we woke up, we're like,
It's pre-game. That's our problem, the athlete problem. It's like
It
the
is.
pre-game
It's-
jitters.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were texting each
That's how I
other
get
the
about
night
blood work
before, and
now.
we're like, yeah. Right. I know we were texting the night before, and we're like, glass of wine sounds good, but we should probably be good.
I know.
And I'm like, we would have been fine. Like it was a Saturday workout, but like
A little
on
longer.
steroids, and
Yeah.
people were like watching you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. I definitely, I know one of my hot takes was bashing on High Rocks, but that was more for clicks than anything.
I know. I was gonna ask. That was actually one of my questions. I was like, after seeing it live, well, even though it was a simulation, did you feel different about the event, or would it something like Double Edge
So-
down the future would host, or
Potentially, I guess. I think it's any fitness thing is cool in my eyes because I want people to work towards these things because they're going to get healthier
yeah,
regardless. It is very simple to run. So from a when you say event management side, it's much simpler than CrossFit and all the variables at play. Running a CrossFit event like Battlegrounds back in the day, that I have zero interest in doing ever again. It's very inclusive, so you can get a lot of people doing it, and it is cool to see. There's some people like with their parents out there doing it with them,
Yeah.
and like broad demographics. Yeah. Where I got a little sideways about it was the influencer world trying to say it's better than CrossFit. The problem is it's different. People like to put CrossFit as just the CrossFit Games, the sport
Right.
of CrossFit. So the sport of CrossFit and the sport High Rocks is only a sport. It's two different things. Those two are both competitive things, but the CrossFit is the backbone. That is not High Rocks. That is not the CrossFit Games. Sure, CrossFit Games, they do what we do in the gym, but that is not what CrossFit is. CrossFit is about health. And I 110,000% believe it is a phenomenal program for building health and general physical preparedness across all domains. So you can go out and do a High Rocks. You might not be the best runner that day if you do a little bit more running, but you're going to be prepared better than just a runner for High Rocks.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
You could definitely tell like just the runners out there. Like
Oh,
they were
really?
getting like my partner was getting. I'm sorry, Kat, if you're listening to this, but like smoked on the burpees,
no, and watching people that I know did CrossFit, which the majority of the people there did at one gym or another. I mean, they slayed the CrossFit stuff.
Yeah.
And you could see where people had been training running, and then you could see the good runners just like stare at the sled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't move it. And for me, that one of my big things and principles for me is just being capable of doing a lot of things. My kids want to go do this thing.
Yes.
I'm cool. If my buddy wants to sign up for the tactical games, I'm ready. And having that capability across a lot of different things. You want to go on a backpacking trip and I need to carry 60 pounds? I'm 100% confident I could do that tomorrow morning. Like, I don't need this big training. Like, we need to build up, like, always being prepared to do stuff, whether it be survival, doomsday shit, or fun with my children. For me and my, what do you want to say? I like having confidence in myself to be able to do that. And
Yeah.
the High Rocks highlighted that CrossFit still prepares you, just like Wes was saying. Like, we just do group class and we legitimately murdered the tactical games on the fitness side. Shooting, we could spend one less day in the gym and one more day shooting. But it was just really rewarding to be able to experience that, and knowing that I do constantly varied functional movements. I execute at high intensity on a regular, consistent basis, and it pays off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
That's
think
a
I
great
would have
point.
done High Rocks without CrossFit. Like, there's no way in hell.
No.
So,
So, I
yeah.
mean, huge moneymaker, though. I did the math.
No, I was talking.
I was like,
I was-
damn, they made like $22K that day. Minus
Yeah.
maybe paying out the DJ and
yeah.
renting space. But
I mean, it definitely has a draw. I mean,
For sure.
CrossFit events before everybody got burnt out on them would have a nice draw. So there's definitely a business model to them, and I think there's something to it. And I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not. I just know for me, from the business side, anytime I deviate too far outside of my what I'm really good at, it tends not to be as good. And that makes me nervous. I really try to stay focused on, like, we are an adult-based general physical preparedness gym for the everyday professional to come in and get quite above average fitness and be healthy and do it in a very time-efficient manner.
That's
So
a
if
great value proposition,
Yeah.
by the way. I'm
Yeah.
learning all about value propositions.
Like, that is the model of what this gym was built on. That's who I want to cater to. I'm not trying to create athletes, even though Ryan went to the CrossFit Games. That can still happen in these walls, but that is not my target. So I don't want to be the, where leaf blows here and I'm chasing this new idea and this new idea because it, printed $20,000.
Right. Well, and I don't think anyone would think that of you. I think
No, I just know that about myself, and it takes away from other areas of my life and or running the business. Like when I tried to add yoga or I tried to add this,
Or what if we like facilitated it and then it was off your plate?
Yeah.
Because I mean, she did a TikTok for it, so I'm like, we got our girl right here.
Got TikTok set up for it already?
Hell
Follow me on TikTok. No, don't.
Double Edge has a
You'll see
TikTok.
my OOTDs.
Double Edge has a TikTok account now. I don't know what to do with it. I don't even have access to it.
I'll help you.
Oh, give it to Emma.
I've gotten like at least 200 views. It's not, I'm just kidding. That's not a lot.
Hey, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, just the beginning. So, no, it's definitely, I'm not opposed to it. And I think the gym and I think I'm ready and okay with kind of taking on a little bit more.
Well, and I was like, this kind of like swerves into a next question. Like Double Edge, we're all obviously growing older together. Do you feel like that has changed your way of like how we program, how we evolve? Like obviously, like our average age, I believe, I don't know
This
if I heard
gym's about
correctly, was
42.
like 40. Yeah. So I was
South
like,
is younger.
You're like
Wow.
bringing down the bar, and your
love
dad's bringing it up. And Kyle.
No,
Okay,
but to your
I'm
point,
just kidding,
a lot of members have been here since we've opened.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
11 years now. And
Yeah. Oh my
we've all
gosh.
aged together. I mean, I've felt it,
Yeah.
a lot of us. And
I feel it in my bones every day.
well, no, in the last couple of years, I've definitely had to rethink my own competitive nature, training smarter. I was getting very upset with how I was recovering and feeling on a daily basis. Going out and trying to win CrossFit WODs, like, it just wasn't sustainable. And I'd go through these roller coasters of getting burnt out and then try to get back into it. I mean, there's periods of time in this gym I barely worked out 3 days a week. And it was more forced. And over the last couple of years, just evaluating myself and where I'm at, and then coaching more, and now coaching between both gyms and seeing a broader scope of the business, if you will. There is, I mean, CrossFit in its core can be scaled from elite to new. But there's definitely a thought process my brother and I want to dive into in the next month of like taking a good look at our programming as a whole. Because you guys have noticed, like, I mix in different things with warm-ups. Some of that stuff's just purely me testing stuff out. How is this getting my class moving versus the way I watch Chase maybe warm up a class or coach with a younger crowd? Warming up 5 a.m. whose average age is probably around, 42, 45. And they've all been training a long time. It is a different warm-up than you would see in the afternoon. And
Then
I like when you
our
put
warm up.
random hip thing I just made up 45 seconds ago.
100%. And typically, so I do group class pretty much every day. And how I wake up and drive to the gym, like, how would I want to get warmed up for this today? That's what's going through my head.
That's cool.
I get to the gym, I turn on the lights, walk around. How am I moving? And then I take that and apply it to my warm-ups because I fit kind of in the age group of our people. And then if it's really wackadoodle, I have to text Tammy, and sometimes I'll put my phone down and make a quick video like, this is this random shit that I put up here today. Because she likes my warm-ups and stuff. So
Do all the coaches do different warm ups?
So I give coaches the autonomy to warm up their class.
Okay.
And if they have issues, like, a number one priority here is no injuries for multiple reasons, right? It's like you're trying to get healthier, fitter, to live happier outside these walls and be functional and do cool stuff. So if you get injured, that's very counterproductive and it's bad for business. Like, it's not good.
If
all
your
things,
members
like-
are falling apart.
And CrossFit has that reputation, which
and-
is just everyone I try to lure to the gym is always like, I don't want to get hurt, is the first thing they always say. Which,
And I am not going to defend that it's perfect because unfortunately, up until recently, you only needed a 2-day certification to open a gym and coach people.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Like,
crazy.
You could have never coached fitness in your entire life. Go take a 2-day course and start coaching people in a business on very like high skill, high risk reward is what I call it, movements.
Yeah.
And I've never agreed with that. Now, I'm not one for more oversight and more this and that, but I do think there should be a higher standard, an experience standard and an education standard on a gym.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little bit better. Like now you need at least a level 2. So you need hours of coaching experience. And then you go to another 2-day course. So now 4 days plus some coaching experience, you can open a gym, call yourself a CrossFit gym. So I would like to see that bar continually raised, particularly in the coaching hours, because people do get hurt. And I have heard from many people who have tried CrossFit and, well, my hairdresser, for instance, who just started today.
No. Oh, was that the lady that came in?
Yeah,
The
So
younger
she's
one or
been-
the
Okay.
older one?
the younger.
Okay, cool.
So she's been cutting my hair for quite a few years and just like terrified. And she still had the assumption like you're just going to come in here and flip tires and, you know,
Climb
this and
ropes.
that and injuries and this and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, I don't go to my hair appointment and just talk about my job, but
But she
No, we've
knows
gotten
how
close,
much you
and I'm
like
just-
love it, and
and she has a couple clients and my wife goes there and my kids go to her and I was just like, just come try it.
yeah.
Do you find it hard or harder to market to the younger demographic or the younger age group? Do
I'm
you see
finding
like a
marketing-
disconnect there?
I'm finding marketing difficult all the way around because it's relatively new to me.
Or just bringing in a younger
Yeah.
demographic?
Yeah.
Yes, the number one when it comes to younger people when I'm chatting through the website or whatever is our price point,
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
What's the going rate?
$229 a month.
Okay.
So that's the number one, but also I'm not trying to be the cheapest place in town. So I
Right.
know that's going to be one barrier of entry for a lot of folks. And it isn't my target market
Yeah.
per se, the 18 to 24-year-old, if you will. I'm looking for the person that's out of college. If I had to describe our target market, it's like the 25 to 55-year-old business professional. And I want the bookends, obviously, but I'm not going to drop my price point to get the youngsters.
Right.
And people have asked me, like, why don't I get UNR and have UNR discount and things like that? It's like, I'm not going to compete with UNR. Like, they have a phenomenal gym that I wish I had when I went there.
Same.
Like, I'm not even going to
Awesome.
try.
It's
So I'm not
sick.
going to gut. Like, this is already a very low profit margin business if we're at capacity. So you start gutting your price point down.
Yeah.
Can't pay coaches. We're the only gym in town that has full-time salaried coaches. We're the only gym that does paid vacation benefits, all this stuff. Like, you start cutting prices down to compete or to get into a price point that, younger kids, it's not at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
that would be the number one barrier.
Right.
They hear the price and it's like, no.
Well, and it's not like we're like a bro sesh kind of gym. Like
No.
we don't, have mirrors out there. We're not like, I mean, everyone kind of rips off their shirt from time to time, but it's not
It
that
happens.
kind of place,
No, and that's not what I wanted.
Right.
That wasn't the goal. So, I mean, you guys are my perfect example of who I want to draw in here. The moms, the business owners, the professionals that are climbing the career. Like, and just from a grown-up standpoint, like, we're here to get fit, be healthy for our families outside the gym, get the work done, get on with our day kind of mindset. I don't know if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
But this is my market.
Yeah.
It's that hour a day you get to focus on yourself before
Yep.
you have to
And I
go
want it to be the best hour of
enter
your
the
day.
world.
What aspect of your business do you enjoy the most?
Now I love coaching.
You're a good coach.
Genuinely
are.
love coaching. My favorite part of coaching is working with people who have injuries and
Yep.
need modifications.
I was gonna say you crush the modification.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Like you can whip it off so fast. I'm like, damn, did you rehearse that?
yeah,
How did
you
you know what
planned that.
injury I had?
I mean, I started out physical therapy, like being an aide. Now I was going to go to physical therapy school and then bored because Cassie ended up in Vegas for PA school. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life and this and that? Still going through that, trying to figure it out. I was working at Western Nevada Supply. I was doing some personal training. My mom wasn't a big fan of me just personal training at that time of my life. And it's like, what are you going to do for your career? So I started shadowing at The Rock, doing physical therapy stuff. And it's like, it's cool, but and some physical therapists like Nevada PT, they're awesome. They have a great environment. Like I could see myself working in an environment like that. For the most part, people go to physical therapy. They don't give a shit. They don't want to progress themselves. They don't want to put in the work. And you just do a couple of exercises and go on with your day. And they may or may not. It wasn't for me. So I started personal training, and I really, really enjoyed that interaction. And when people came in hurt or getting past injury, I loved it. It challenged my brain, give them a great exercise, rehab them. When I get somebody that's back's messed up and then they're back to normal life, like from spine or shoulder injuries, those are some of my favorite.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Like one of my clients now who had her tib fib sawed off, repositioned, put back together. They said that she would never squat, box jump, run, do any of this stuff ever again. It was a pretty massive surgery because she'd have constant kneecap dislocations and stuff. So they had to realign everything. And it took us like 4 months once she did PT, and then I started working with her. And now 3 years later, she's literally murdering workouts and squatting and box jumping.
awesome.
I want to send all the video to the doctor that said you would never do this again.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how old she is?
She is 41,
Wow, that's so cool.
That's
40,
pretty.
yeah, 41, 42.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
So that's the stuff that I truly enjoy about my job.
I love that.
And I love running a business. I do like it. It's stressful at times. I enjoy the challenge of it. I will say when you get into like taking your passion into a business, it can change your feeling about your passion.
Right.
And I really try to hold on to my coaching side, even though I need to spend time like running the business.
Yeah.
And finding balance between that stuff sometimes is very difficult. Like oftentimes, I mean, you know, ask Cassie, I take work home with me all the time, constantly doing stuff on the weekends. And now that I'm doing this whole marketing stuff now that we've never done before, it's added another layer. But like my buddy who's talked me into doing all this stuff, he's like, you have to put your coaching lens on. Like you're still coaching through this stuff.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And like you're inspiring, helping people in a different way now.
You're
So,
making an impact in other ways than just coaching.
Yeah.
so that's the frame I'm trying to keep it in. But I enjoy coaching, and I'll do it till the day I die.
Love that.
I do too. That's
it-
cool.
Keeps me healthy.
We always said you're the only coach that can never leave us.
This is true.
I've had
did
a lot
get
of coaches.
Third email from a guy wanting to buy Double Edge, and because he's emailed me 3 times and he's local, I'm gonna ask him. I'm just curious.
How much he would be
Yeah.
willing.
Yeah.
6 million's my number
And then double it.
with no non-compete.
Is
So
that
that I
6
can
million
just-
for both?
Yeah, I'd sell the business for 6 million.
Yeah.
There's always a number,
Right.
There is always a number.
but
yeah.
there'd have to be a non-compete, so I can just open up another one. So I just killed my shot at getting 6 million right there.
Like so I'm gonna open one like
Nobody
in
would
South right
ever
now,
sell
like
this.
South.
Yeah, they would never sell. They would never buy this without making me sign some crazy long-term
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
commitment.
Yeah.
And
It's
to be
crazy to
honest,
me
I
to
don't really
think
like
that
having a
like
boss.
yeah, fuck bosses. It's crazy to me to think that this was like a porn store.
Mm.
It was like
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
freaking
it was. That's funny.
hot and cold room was
Yeah.
like
Did you
the
not know that?
viewing room.
No,
Yeah.
this is before my time.
They made adult videos back in there.
Oh
No
yeah,
way.
it was like people spank bank in there. Definitely.
Yeah, no, it was romantic sensations.
Yep.
I remember driving. I just formalized our business agreement, like the operating agreement. And Arthur sends me a text message. Hey, swing by this building. Let me know your thoughts. All right, up Virginia Street. All right.
Cool.
What the?
Well, and I remember
mean,
it was
it
like
had-
divided in
oh,
half.
God.
The clothing was on like the turf side.
Yeah.
You guys, I
It was
didn't-
empty when we
obviously,
got
like
it.
just I wasn't
You
like
were
a regular
definitely
guy.
like a local.
Jenny!
No, I got a couple like
gosh,
things
Well, they
here.
had-
Okay.
they had-
No judgment. No
They had
judgment.
This
costumes.
timing
I was
right
also like
here.
18.
That's probably where you got these dolls.
I just love that you know how it. Just give us more. What was the setup here?
Yeah, you might know more than I do. It was empty
The
when we bought it.
Yeah, the doors weren't locked like how they are now. Yeah, it was like
The back room was locked from the
but
inside.
it seemed like almost like a Ross. Like it wasn't like completely like filled.
Yeah, it seems
Like
like
it
such a
like
big
seems
space.
like there was just like random shit everywhere.
wow.
And then there's probably like a toothless person like checking people out. Like it was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, Reno's,
I honestly
Reno's
came
seedy.
here, you
It has
guys.
its seedy
For
parts.
full disclosure, I came here for a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
They had
was
a lot
way
of them.
before Junkie was alive.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, before that, this building was like an automotive shop, a couple restaurants, a car dealership.
Wow.
I love
It's-
the brick.
yeah.
It's a very
good old
too.
1065
I
Virginia
know. It's a
Street.
I
great
love
building.
this building. Yeah.
Yeah. Love this place. And yeah, it was cool. So we drove up, saw it, and I was like, oh, this looks like a shithole. Covered in pink, windows busted out, doors hanging halfway off.
Yeah. Probably a
And then,
homeless
yeah.
person
Jenny's
shitting in the, yeah.
We've had a
Jenny's
lot.
still
we've,
in
had
the
a,
viewing room.
we've had a lot of shit. Homeless people shit outside.
Oh
but
my
that
God.
still happens to this day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I stepped on a pizza like the other day and I was so pissed off because I like knew it was there before class from Pizzava.
Oh,
And I
no.
parked like right by the trash can on the street. And I saw it before I went into class and I was like, bitch, don't step on the pizza. And then on the way out, I stepped on the fucking pizza and I was so pissed off.
It's better than shit, though.
Oh,
I take
I will
pizza
take,
over
I would
poop
take,
any day.
it was like Alfredo sauce too. I'm
Wait,
like,
that's a perfect segue into one of your questions.
it is.
Sorry.
Yeah, what you got?
What we got? Let's see.
Your question.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is a fun one. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm a yes, too.
you are.
But it has to
Are
be
you?
obviously with Canadian bacon.
I'd fuck around with a little pineapple every once in a while.
I mean, not on
Not
pizza.
on not on like a regular basis.
Just on the
but-
doorstep. Does anybody know
Oh, it's like the upside down
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
It's
You're a
the
swinger.
swingers club.
I do know that.
that? Now, Claire hates pineapple on pizza. I found that out the other day. It was quite
like
the
that.
event when we said it. You what the hell?
You what?
You're gross.
I don't know a lot of
know.
people who like that actually.
Trent does.
Wow. Well,
I feel like it might be like into like because I feel like
He's
all
from
of Ronnie's
Hawaii.
Filipino people they're like into that too.
yeah.
Maybe like an
Pineapple,
islander thing.
pepperoni with pineapple. I don't know.
No, I don't like that.
It's good.
I don't know about pepperoni and pineapple.
I haven't
but-
had a legitimate pizza now since Claire's deal. So,
Now, would you have a gluten-free one?
oh, Cassie found this one brand. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it is. It's okay.
Okay.
Like it tastes good. Like we're cool with it. We're not the cool parents anymore because any kids that have been to our house that we've made it for, they're just like,
Ew.
yeah.
Well, good thing that your kids are best friends with Caden because I feel like
He's one of
Caden's
the
a
one-
hype man. Oh,
He's
he
one of the
won't eat
ones that
it?
he's like, no, I don't like this. And we feel so bad. We're like, damn you, JP, we don't have anything to feed your kid.
Like, sorry,
'Cause
bud.
Him and Jackson are little homies. So
I know. I saw them doing the jogathon.
yeah,
They were
it'd be
they were
great.
such hype men.
Yep.
Or like when they were pretending to teach the class over here on the
Yeah.
turf. Caden was like, "Give me 300 mountain climbers." Like, no. If anyone told me to do 300 mountain climbers, I'd be like,
I'm out.
hard pass.
I'm out.
Okay, on the topic of food, Derek, I have yes or no questions for you.
All right.
Well, it's just fad diet questions.
No.
Just
Oh,
yes
like
or
that.
no.
Oh, good. I like this.
Intermittent fasting.
Maybe.
Oh, well, that's not a part of it. No, that's okay.
Well, there's context.
You can go into the
There
details.
is context, I feel like.
Like I think it can be a great tool if you can sustain it for calorie restriction. But I find it not to be a long-term sustainable tool. For most
Is there a difference between intermittent fasting for men versus women? I've heard things.
Me too.
I would
Same.
say it'd probably come down to something hormone related, especially around training and training performance. So the sedentary versus the non-sedentary person, I think you're going to find a difference.
Right.
The very active person, our population, I don't necessarily believe it's going to be a long-term successful tool at all.
Yeah.
And I do know that carbohydrates, eating around training and stuff, and hormone regulation is a little more important. And fasting can be much more stressful on women than men. Big part of that is just stored muscle glycogen and the capacity to store more muscle glycogen because men generally have more muscles. So it's easier for them to live in a fasted state for a longer
Gotcha.
period of time. And that's the context that I think generally no, I'm a no-go on it.
Yeah.
Unless we're trying to do weight loss and it is a way for us to get to a calorie restriction.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
And then you were saying it's beneficial for not even just women. Like we should be getting how much grams of protein before our workout?
Generally, it seems to be around 15 to 20 grams of carbohydrates, 15, 20-ish grams of protein is ideal.
I can't eat before.
Dude, I
it's
found
such
this
a
clear
struggle for
protein.
me.
I'll send it to you because
Okay.
I've been chugging it on my way here, and it's
First
Does
form
it
just came
really
out with a clear
make
one.
That, like,
and
is
just
it
with
that
water, it's so good.
detrimental
good.
to
It is
training
good.
to train in a fasted state?
So depends on who you talk to. There's a very smart doctor, PhD, he's a exercise science guy. His name is Dr. Andy Galpin. I highly respect him. He's in the camp as long as you're getting your calories in the right macronutrient ratios through a 24-hour cycle. And if you're recreational, we're all recreational exercisers, we train once a day for our health, right? We're not doing multiple workouts a day, right, Sarah?
No.
Multiple workouts a day. We're not doing it for our job per se, right? It's going to be a different animal nutritionally than us who train for health. So if you have 23 hours, 24 before your next workout, and you're hitting all your macronutrients properly in that recovery window, it's sufficient time for your body to replenish. So whether you're doing a 16-8 fast, but you're still getting your calories. Recently, they talked about a study, either him or somebody knows, that the folks that is time restricted versus non-time restricted, calories, macros, everything equal. The non-restricted people towards the end of the study were recovering faster, but there wasn't a huge difference in like muscle growth and hypertrophy. So they're doing a strength training protocol. The people that were eating throughout the day were recovering much better as the study went on and on and on. At first, there wasn't a huge difference, but then it became down to a recovery thing. And there wasn't a huge deviation during that study in one group gaining more muscle than the other. But general localized fatigue, the study that ate, didn't fast, did better. So you think of that, across a longer period of time, 3 months, 6 months, a year, a lifespan, that could really add up to systemic burnout and under recovering and overtraining and hitting walls quicker. And if you do that in your training, you're not going to be training as effectively and as consistently, and you're going to be leaving fitness on the table. So I'm in the camp of eating the bulk of my calories is round training, when my body is the most anabolic and wanting to rebuild and replenish. And then I fade that into sleep, which is also a big time of recovery, but for gut rest and better quality of sleep, not going to bed stuffed.
Right.
But so, yeah,
So maybe.
but I don't think any person, if you train well fasted and you feel like you're recovering, this is very subjective too. Like if you feel like you're coming back and performing and keeping up with yourself and you're happy, some people train great fasted and some people don't. I don't perform my best fasted. I just don't. I don't feel great, and you would think I would after years of wrestling and starving, but since getting into this kind of training and weightlifting and stuff, it's for me personally, but I know quite a few people at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. that come in fasted and they're very happy with their fitness and performance and recovery. So I think that question comes, we sit down, have a conversation, like, I feel like shit, I'm not recovering. I'm not making the progress I want to be making. And then we can start fine tuning and playing with some of that, because at the end of the day, nutrition is a personal journey.
Right.
What I do isn't going to work for you, work for you. We can take what I do or any coach and have a fundamental starting point. But at the end of the day, our lives are different. Our bodies are different. We're going to function differently. And you need to be willing to fine tune and modify that as you go. And that might be fasted, might not be fasted.
So don't compare yourself to what you see online, everybody.
You can't, because you really
No.
can't. And
Which I'm
online
terrible at.
is a cesspool of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of my big motivators for this podcast is to help try to sort some of that shit out, because I consume it. I'm online. I see it all. And you see people that put these outrageous results and stories, and they say take this supplement, eat this way, and do that, and carnivore this, and vegetarian that. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, you haven't been coaching fitness for more than 3 weeks if you're going to sit here and tell me carnivore is the only way to live your life, because it's not true. Neither is vegetarianism. Now, I've seen success in both sides. It's a journey, and then the supplement space and the comparing yourself space. How many people are so full of shit online? It's nauseating. You know, Liver King got famous. Everybody thinking he's legit. 15 grand a month in steroids.
Yeah.
Like, no, this
you
isn't
gotta
cool.
be-
That's one of the biggest reasons I'm super transparent about my testosterone in my middle age now. Is like, I don't want to put out a false. Like, I do think there's middle-aged men that produce testosterone well and have great bodies and physiques and perform well, and that they're legitimate online, not using anything. I think Marcus Philly is clean. Like, I don't, and he's accused of steroids all the time. I don't think he is. And there are people that are online that it's like, you are so taking shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
for
like
sure.
some of these people in the ultra running, weightlifting camp now, it's like dumbed down CrossFit. Your son told me about
Oh,
a guy.
Nick Bayer.
Yeah, and I do like Nick, but I'm not trying to accuse one way or the other, but I have questions. I have
He's a
questions
big guy.
metabolically and hormone-wise about anybody who runs 8 miles a day and trains that way, that recover. And I'm not saying he doesn't produce a lot of testosterone and like has that capacity. I don't want, but that is not a normal
I
thing
gotta
to
look
do.
him up now.
Yeah.
Nick
Oh,
Bayer.
Every day
Yeah.
runs 8 miles.
Tison loves them. He
Every
does
day?
Ironman. Yeah.
And he seems like a really good guy. I'm not even wrong, but I run 8 miles every day. I lift weights. I run a business, massive business. I got kids. I do everything perfect. And it's like, I'm over here busting my ass and feeling insignificant, insufficient. I just get my workout in here and I try to do my best, run the business. And I'm just, you're killing it, dude. Proud of you. But
You're killing it too, Derek.
Well,
But yeah,
that's
But the
he's a
comparison
big
game
guy.
is
Like,
comes
yeah,
up.
you only have 24
no,
hours in the day. Like,
absolutely.
who the hell
And I
has
think he
time?
does ultra run. He's an
Oh.
ultra runner and an Ironman
And every
too.
day
And
can't
he's
be the
huge.
same.
He's
Every day
like-
you don't feel the same.
Is that
No.
even good to run 8 miles a day?
So when someone says that, it's like, oh, okay,
I get caught up in the comparison game.
right.
Yeah. I
And
gotta
you have
see
to,
what this
like,
guy looks like.
Take
I
these-
didn't work out yesterday, and I almost, it's like you get so in your head about, well, shit, everyone else I'm seeing online worked out today, or I know other people worked out today, and I didn't, and it was a long day at work. I slept in. Made excuses, and I've learned that it's taken me a really long time, but I have to start giving myself grace to have those kinds of days, so that the next day I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to work out tomorrow. I know I'm going to go run or go to the gym or whatever.
And be stronger, even.
Yeah, because if I beat myself up every off day, it's like you're not happy.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and
And
I
that's
think
something
there's beauty
I've really
about
tried to
rest
work
too.
on.
Like I know
Yes.
Coach Jess is pretty, like she gives herself like before her injury, of course,
Yeah.
she gave herself 2 days a week.
Chase is strict. 2 days a week,
Totally.
total rest. 2 days a week,
Yeah.
totally off. I'm a move every day kind of person, but my move might be walking to the river, right?
Right.
It's like a move, do something. Like just move. But,
And we're not like
You
move to
have-
the refrigerator type of people like anyone in the gym. So
Yeah,
it's like our
no.
move is different
You
than
have to
your
take rest
average
days.
Joe.
yesterday was a total rest day for me. Just feeling
Yeah.
beat down, slept like crap. I knew we had a big workout today. Like, I'm going to eat a ton of food today and I'm going to rest.
Right.
And it's important to rest because our body and our hormones and our recovery, it needs rest to recover.
Right.
Yeah.
So these people that are like constantly training, I found that out doing the 75 hard challenge.
Yeah.
Like it was very taxing. It fucked me up.
It makes you just
And that was training every single day.
overthink.
Yep.
What about it like screwed you up?
Just the volume of training. Now we find out later people do a 45-minute walk for their workout. I ran every single time.
Oh, okay.
And then I did CrossFit every single time
Yeah.
for 110 days straight.
Oh my gosh. That's
And
crazy.
it took me 6 months to feel normal again.
Wow.
Like when I hit a wall, it was over.
Jeez.
And you go through this like, okay, that was one of the leanest times of my life, and I was really fit, but I
Was it
hit
worth it? Yeah.
absolutely energy, had nothing left for my family.
Yeah.
Like it was like, this isn't sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Well, and that's the hard part too. I mean, the amount of respect I have for people with families and kids. I mean, I can barely make it through the day taking care of myself. And I'm like, what if I had 3 kids? You know, I mean, you obviously
You would do
it.
it. Yeah.
But
you just
That's the
you
thing.
know, it's just you can't be perfect every day.
no.
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 And it's just not,
No.
but it's so easy to compare to the people who say they're being perfect every day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Who
that's
say they're
true.
being perfect every single day. And social media is full of garbage.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like everyone that needs validation. Like you can tell, like the people that are actually like very sad and very lonely, like they're like looking for likes or I have to
Yeah.
post like whatever, and we know it's bullshit.
That's
At the end
just
of the
one
day, you
thing I
check in
like.
with your
Yeah,
people.
coming here, it's like, okay, you know, you can, whatever, if it's been 2 days, 3 days, you can come here, you can see your people, you can get a good workout in, and you can feel good about yourself and move forward.
Totally.
You
As you
know?
should. And that's real world.
Yeah.
It's real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like and lots of people here, kids, and I'll say, I didn't think I could do, and let's just be honest here, Cassie's super mom.
She is
But
super
like, when I started this business, I mean, she told me, she said, I'm getting pregnant. And you're going to be a part of it or you're not.
I'm gonna need you
All right.
actually.
Talk me into it. But I was terrified because there's so much work and like building the business and this and that. Like, how am I going to fit being a dad into all this? And then it happens and you just figure it out.
You do.
Yeah.
You just figure it
Like,
out.
you figure it out. I had to drive Claire twice a day to breastfeed while coaching.
Yeah.
Like, you just figure it out.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I think, and that's one thing when it comes to the comparison game, I've had to learn as a coach, like what stresses me out or what stresses you out, I might be like, well, that's really chicken shit. Like, it's pretty weak. It's pretty pathetic.
Derek
nervous
thinks
about
this,
this
Derek thinks this a
workout.
lot. That was had for me.
Sarah's like, I'm tired, Maria.
Well, it's
so
like
nervous.
navigating excuses being a coach. And you have to be careful. And it's, I guess, growing as a coach. Like, my stress is going to be different than your stress. And that doesn't mean we're not both having a 10 out of 10 response to that stress. And the 10 out of 10 response to that stress is going to affect how you eat, how you show up to the gym, how you get your sleep. Now, I mean, if your stress of the day is like, hypothetically, the Lulu pants weren't on sale, right? And my stress is I just lost $20,000. They're different, but they're hitting a 10 for both of us emotionally. It's going to have a
Yes, it
response
still
that we
affects
still
them.
need to overcome and
Yeah.
navigate that. And learning that as a coach is, I guess, being more empathetic
Yeah.
and understanding that everybody walks a different path every single day and their stresses are going to affect them differently than their stresses would affect you, just like my stresses would affect you differently. We're all on our own path.
Yeah.
And I think if you can take that mindset and apply it to your training, your nutrition, everything, we're on our own path. It's us against us each day. And then you just keep trying to build better and better and better. And I think the style of training we do builds more resilience in people for outside the gym than almost any other style of training.
100%. 100%.
So doing workouts like today, this isn't good training.
Yeah, like we can't do that every day.
No, this isn't good training.
It's
This-
mentally,
This
though.
is good resilience building.
Yeah.
And it's a good test of fitness, but it's good resilience building.
Well, and that's what Hero WODs are all about. You know, we show up
Yeah.
for them and we know we're going to have to hit 10, whatever RPE, but
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
didn't even look at my heart rate, but I'm like
Mine was high.
750 calories.
Mine was high.
building stress tolerance for life, I think the gym is one of the few places left in society that you can do that. No, our life as Americans, some people don't really care for our country, I guess, but in general, we got a pretty good life in this country. You know, get a roof over your head, food, job, free will, like all these things. It's pretty cushy. So there's nowhere to really build resilience like going through hardship. You know, when the West was found, if you will, and families were moving up from the East and across the Oregon Trail and the Donner Pass, and you have 18 kids because 5 or 10 of them are going to die on the way over, and you want to carry on your family. Like, this is real hardship of trying to overcome obstacles and barriers. Our biggest obstacle is getting unprocessed or processed food. But we never lived in a time, I mean, I'm going to say maybe for all of us, we never lived in a time that caused massive stress and survival. And so in the gym, it's somewhere we can get
point.
to our, what do you want to say, primal self of sorting that out in our brain. That's one of the reasons I do like hard things like stay awake for 30 plus hours doing a workout and stuff to see how far I can push the brain, although it's not good for the body.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So stop comparing yourself.
Yeah.
That was what all that was about.
Is that what we were talking about again?
The comparison game online.
No, I know it's bad. Some days I'm good. Some days I'm bad. Depends on the scroll time. But
In your generation, it's hard.
Oh, it's
I mean,
crazy.
it's hard for all of us, but I do feel for your generation
yeah.
a lot with that comparison.
I'm already seeing it in like my kids.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be much worse for kids who are younger. I mean, I at least made it to like 16 before Instagram.
My kids already tell me they want to
You
be
know?
YouTube influencers.
Right.
They're like, Dad, I see your podcast. I want to be on there. You have to have them in here one day.
One day they'll learn the right. Jackson's already. Yeah.
He's going to be taking over.
Okay, I have a question,
Yep.
and I know we're running out of time. How should women in their 40s approach strength training differently than 20s and 30s?
I don't.
Or do you think that we need to?
I don't think that we need to. I think regardless of gender, as you age, you do need to train smarter in the sense of understanding your recovery and being okay that it's not going to be the same as when you're in your 20s and 30s. You know, you can bounce back from a lot in your younger years. I would say strength training probably needs to be much more prioritized as you get older.
Yeah.
Osteoporosis and long-term metabolic health, muscle is probably one of the best things you can do for your body.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that die from hip fractures and slip, trips, and falls, especially amongst females, it's dramatically different over males. It comes down to a strength equation as you get older. So I'd say when you get 40, you should honestly get more serious about strength training. You still need your cardiovascular health. You still need to do cardio, and that's why I love CrossFit. We get metabolic conditioning, which is a combination of strength training and cardio often. So you're getting the 1-2 punch there. But I would put even a heavier emphasis on it
I like that.
as we're getting older, because I've never ever, and I probably never will meet a 60, 70-year-old that's like, damn, wish I wasn't this strong. No, I wish I was
look
just
at,
a
like,
little bit
Kathleen's
weaker.
every arm, or her
No,
arms,
she
like
is.
every time when she comes in, I'm
know.
like,
She's
dude,
doing
Yeah.
strict muscle ups.
she's amazing.
And granted, her stature facilitates more gymnastics-oriented skills, but she still moves a barbell.
Yeah.
Like, she's phenomenal. Like, when I tell her all the time, like, you're my
Goals.
idol for aging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you just
You
in
know
here
who
and
we're
you
talking about.
slay.
Yeah.
And she's just loves strength training, and I'm not even sure how old she is. You
I
guys know?
think she's 56-ish,
Yeah, somewhere in
around
there.
that range. Yeah.
And
She's amazing.
But even like Momi is turning 70, and
That's crazy.
she's
I didn't
my
know that.
That
freaking
is
idol,
crazy.
dude.
I
doesn't
Just
shy
shout
away
outs.
from strength training, loves
Nope.
it. And
That's
I think
awesome.
that's where the best bang for your buck is going to be in carrying on long-term health. And especially if you can mix in cardiovascular training. I just don't think we should shift away from strength training as we age. We should be doing, honestly, more of it, just being very intentional in how we train and how we recover. Because getting injured as you get older, it sets you back further.
yeah.
Because the comeback from each injury, you know, in your 40s, 50s, 60s, I mean, it didn't set you back much more.
Yeah.
Like Don, he just got shoulder surgery in master's class. His rotator cuff finally fixed. And 3 days later, he's in here riding the bike, doing single arm dumbbell stuff. He's like, I ain't going to stop moving.
Yeah.
He's like in his late 60s.
That is
Super cool.
I love that.
So,
We see so many examples of that in this gym. It's inspiring.
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, especially when
He's
he,
obsessed.
One, right?
especially when he listens to me.
Like
Except
no,
for
he's
he
like
wasn't
70.
here today.
He's in his
so-
70s.
He wasn't.
This was a good one for Kyle
He's
to
not in his
70s.
skip.
Well, I told him
That is
yesterday he had to do
82.
RX like 185. So
Yeah.
I just had to
I
get
mean,
that on
he
record.
probably would have died.
No, he does great. And especially when he listens and he's okay with my scales and modifications, his
He's
shoulders
stubborn.
get better and he gets stronger.
Yeah.
And it's super rad.
Yeah.
Like, it is awesome.
No, it's fun. It's been it's awesome to work out with my dad. It's
Aw,
like
that's
so
so
cool.
cool.
I mean, he pushes me. He's like, "Where were you today?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Aw,
"Well,
I
I
love
was
that.
tired." He goes, "Tired? What are you talking about? Don't be tired." I mean,
Don't be
he's pushed me
tired.
my whole life through basketball and stuff. But so it's just fun to be able to continue that into
I love that.
my
It's one of the coolest things in the gym.
yeah.
I love
like,
that.
Like when your kids come in,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it so
you and
much.
Kyle, like I love seeing
Gotta get Ronnie
parents and their
back then.
kids. And
Yeah.
we try.
I mean, I work on it
Yeah, all the
almost daily.
time. Yeah.
Okay, real quick, creatine before or after you work out?
Me and Chase had this discussion the other day on the supplements podcast.
Oh shoot, I'm so sorry.
No.
Okay.
So it's very fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm in the camp of creatine as a long-term health supplement. Sports performance it's most research is behind that. As long as you take it daily consistently, that's my goal.
Okay.
Is there a difference between
You're the
male and
most-
female?
Just
when
pure
taking it?
body weight. So how much you take,
Oh, okay.
quantity. So that would be the undulation there. You're the most anabolic post-workout. Chase takes his after his workout because in his mind, that's when his muscles and body is going to be taking up the most nutrients because that's when your body wants the most nutrients. Makes sense to me. So I don't think it's bad to take it after as long as you take it. I put it in the first thing I drink every day.
Yeah, me too.
And if I forget, I'm not like, oh my God.
Should
Yeah.
you
Okay.
snort it? I'm just
I dry mouth it,
Oof.
kidding. Really? Just put it on your gum?
chug his water.
And
Put
should
it on your gums.
should Riker, my 13-year-old, should he be taking it?
He can.
Yeah, he loves it. I'm like, okay.
So did that bear that came into your
Oh
garage.
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of creatine. I think everybody, both genders, they can benefit from it. My one caveat there is if you have any sort of kidney dysfunction or you only have one kidney, talk to your nephrologist before you start slamming creatine because, I mean, your kidneys still have to deal with processing.
Yeah.
But in general, for the majority of population, there's only an upside to creatine.
Okay.
And there's more and more coming out about it being more supportive for your mental health and physical health.
What would you tell the girls, women, females who are afraid to join CrossFit because they think they're going to get bulky?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a good one.
I really, really, really love that question because I hear it all the time.
I have all my,
So
friends say
this is the number one thing. To get bulky is really freaking hard to do. I'm not going to pretend some women don't have maybe a little extra testosterone and naturally gain muscle easier than others. I mean, this goes for men too.
Right.
It is a thing. In general, you're not going to get bulky. You're going to get a physique.
right.
Right? You're going to reshape. You're going to add some muscle. How long have you been trying to add muscle lately?
Forever.
Yeah, and we're still trying. Like, right? It's
10
not.
years.
Like, I've been
Yeah.
legitimately trying to build muscle myself as a man on testosterone replacement therapy who hits all my protein goals, and it's ticked up 7-8 pounds over like 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this: if you happen to build muscle, you're going to be so damn proud of the physique you have. You're
I
not going to be worried about being
know.
bulky.
Exactly.
You
You're
want
going to get like,
that.
all the comments you wanted.
Yeah. You're gonna feel so good.
So I get it. Women get a short end of the stick when it comes to perception in society of how you perceive yourself with all the magazines and the skinny ideology and the Ozempic life. Like that is not,
Don't even get us started.
I'm in for it.
We need another bottle of champagne.
It's sad to me. And
Yeah.
raising a daughter now, it's something that I want to be very upfront about, like lifting weights, being a strong female, being fit. It's about being healthy.
Right.
And muscle is healthy and muscle is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, IBBF, whatever the bodybuilding federation is, that's a different animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way those people train, like 2-3 hours a day to do that,
Right.
you're not going to get it doing a GPP
No.
class. But you are going to, you get some muscle, you get physique, you look good.
Yeah.
And sorry, from a dude's perspective, this super skinny idea is not attractive to me. And if you're going for pure appearance, I think that's a losing scenario. And most men agree in my camp when you
I
start.
think if we took like a ratio or like a survey,
poll.
yeah,
it's, as you guys know, I will say it all the time. No one wants to fuck a bag of bones.
no.
I'm just saying.
When you said
Jenny,
something else the other
you had
day,
to
you haven't
say
heard a
it.
rap
I had to
song about
say
a
it.
flat butt.
yeah,
yeah.
no one's
I love
ever
that
sang
one,
about
too.
a flat butt.
no, and it's
And it
just
seems like Ozempic like targets muscle first, and then like you're gonna lose maybe like your belly last, which you wanted to lose that first.
so. It's the studies show that it's about a 50-50 of each if you're not doing lifestyle modifications during it, like aggressive protein intake, aggressive weight training. Like you need to level up your strength training and level up your protein intake on Ozempic to mitigate the muscle loss. And I have personally seen people now in my life maintain and or gain a little bit of muscle and drop a tremendous amount of fat, but you have to be very aggressive and very intentional in that. But in general, in society, if you're not making lifestyle changes, if you aren't working out, doing these things, and you're just taking, what did Trump say? The fat shot?
Oh,
The other day?
no.
yeah.
It's like, my friend's taking the fat shot. It's not working. Like, good God, man. But
That was funny.
if you're taking the shot and doing nothing else, like, you're going to deplete 50% on average muscle and fat at the same time. So basically, and at some point, I mean, you kind of look like you have some sort of very bad disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like,
this
it's not,
part,
it's not good.
like,
So that's the scary part of it. And I mean, your metabolic health, who knows the long-term ramifications of gutting your muscle mass like that, especially in your mid-40s.
Yeah.
You know, that is kind of those Ozempic craze is hitting the middle-aged women, which I get. Perimenopause, there's a lot of shit going on. And it's real. Like, it is real and it's valid. But I don't think without aggressive lifestyle change, and this maybe could be a potential help. I'm not the asshole about it I was a year ago. And don't be scared of getting bulky, because if you do add a little bit of muscle, you're going to really appreciate it. And that's where physiques are actually built, in building muscle, not cardio yourself away.
yeah,
So,
build those glutes.
yep.
I like it. Get the muscle.
But everybody has their own personal image of what they look like. And unfortunately, I found with the number of women I've coached over 20 years, hardly find a female that gets to a point where, like, now I'm perfect.
Right.
I hit the spot that I'm happy.
Right.
I mean, women that have done physique shows
Yeah.
to women, I mean,
We're
had the
we're
conversation
chasing
with
it
each
for
one of
so
you.
long.
Yeah,
I
you're
know.
both
I think I told you the other day.
very
How do
pretty.
I get skinny?
fit, strong, healthy women. Like, all three of you, women I would want my daughter to grow up and idolize.
Oh,
Aww.
Thanks, Derek.
And you're not happy with yourselves all the time.
I know.
But that goes for everybody. I mean, even men have body dysmorphia issues and
Yeah.
expectations and this and that. So it's not just a one-sided thing, but it's very, very bad in women. And women aren't allowed to age.
I
It's
know.
fucked up in society. Like,
Yeah.
women aren't allowed to age. So it's like you're inundated with this stuff from social media and market whatever all the time, and it is very unbalanced.
Yeah.
Whereas men are allowed to age, and it's all of a sudden
you're
you're
a
a silver
silver fox,
fox, and it's
yeah.
like,
Oh, distinguished
Yeah.
or all
Yep.
the things. Or women are just like an old hag.
And it's funny, even though I do all of that and I have a little body dysmorphia from time to time, the best I feel is when I'm here for an hour doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
And I don't think about it when I'm squatting or power
Me
cleaning. I
too.
feel so awesome and confident, and like I'll leave being like, hell yeah, that was
knowing that you can
Awesome.
legitimately pick your dad up.
right. Yes,
For
Kyle.
Really?
Save his
First
life.
Squat your dad.
But
Yeah.
but then you kind of leave and, you know, you go about your day and then you lay in bed and you scroll or whatever. And like all of that kind of goes out the window. So I think it's just maintaining that like confidence and, I don't know, powerful feeling that I know I need to work on. But
I will
think
say,
all
once
girls
you
need to
turn
work
40,
on.
because you're 30 now,
Yeah.
potentially as you get to 40, the fucks left to give about all that
I
stuff
know.
I was
really
just
gets
gonna
smaller.
say,
It
yeah,
does
like
go
I
down
think
a
like
lot.
way less fucks are given.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
it
mean,
does.
when it comes to me and my perception of myself, it's 100% related to my son
Right.
right now, because he wants us to be superheroes together.
Aw.
So it's like, we're training dad
Yeah.
because we're going to be superheroes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's cool. That's
all right,
I love
bro.
that.
let's do this. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah, it
definitely
changes. It
definitely
changes
evolves.
as you get older, for sure. Yeah.
But I mean, if you go back to like 2 weekends ago,
Yeah.
you're just out there crushing it,
Right.
like not a worry in the world.
No.
So I think you just channel that inner Emma that's
And I will say,
so
in the
badass,
social
you know?
space, there are people getting more like, this is the real me, and it's not too much over the top,
Right.
but you know, this is my body. You know, I got muscles, but I got a little extra skin here. Like, this is me, and I train this much, and I do this, and like, that is realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
And, like,
awesome.
This is my hobby, and this is
Like, I've had
something I
5
enjoy.
kids. Like, this shit ain't gonna be the same anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
real.
That's why
Right.
there's
Yeah.
such things as like tummy tucks. Like if you are unhappy, just and if you have like I think that's the problem with society too. It's like if you have money, you can make a change, but
Yeah.
if you're poor, you have to stay fat
Mm-hmm.
or like unhappy. So actually, I think the end goal is just have money.
That's what this all came down to. Make
Full
money,
circle.
get fit, get a tummy tuck. No, but
Work hard, but like
there's
if-
no question there's a socioeconomic like divide when it comes to health.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
the
That
cheapest
is
food in
true.
our country is made that only the shittiest food is the cheapest food.
Yeah.
Yep.
And who's going to have access to this? You know,
Yeah.
I look at how much we spend in our house now with Claire's, you know, the Crohn's stuff, and like to elevate to a completely 100% unprocessed diet of all organic, all the stuff. Like, holy hell,
Is
That's
it
a
crazy?
lot.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And we ate a pretty healthy before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
So-
said you can't even shop like with boxes anymore, right?
We pretty much don't. Like
Yeah.
Cassie's found some brands that do pretty good, so we have a cereal now, and but I mean, this one bag of cereal, the kids kill it in 2 days. It's like $13.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I know.
it's there's definitely a socioeconomic deal when it comes to health and fitness, but I'm still also in just health in general. I'm still also in the camp that you do have some control. Like regardless of where you're at in your life, I didn't grow up rich. You know, a lot of people don't. David Goggins never did. You know, you can still put in the work. It's easier to learn nowadays than it's ever been.
Agreed.
Like
Yeah.
access to learning also comes down to a choice. And you can, I see some really fit people working out in the damn park at Idlewild.
Yeah.
They might be living in their damn car right there.
I mean, yeah, I might
got
as
a lot of
well
those
get
hanging
out
out
of the
there.
car at some point.
But in general, I do understand that argument. And I don't know what the long-term solution of that is other than, I mean, not to get all political and weird, but I think so much goes back to the household structure. Mom, dad, kids, how families are raised. And that's like the starting place of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
They're
know
always
that situation isn't
Yeah.
always perfect for everybody by any means, but you know, I think so much is deviated from, you know, mom and dad aren't being healthy, doing healthy things. Kids follow their mom and dad. And that just like, I think that emulates through many different topics.
Mm-hmm.
And if mom and dad are living the lifestyle of whatever, it starts creating kids in the same fashion.
Yeah.
It's my 2
Definitely.
cents.
Yeah.
What was the original question? Damn, I went off on tangent. Don't you have to take your kids somewhere?
Ronnie's on it.
Oh,
Teamwork makes the
should
dream
we
work.
do
Damn.
the last?
Let's reload.
What is it?
Reload.
Oh, our rapid fire.
Our
I know
rapid
we
fire.
had we
Yeah.
kind of asked some of them.
My
We
boys-
kind of swerved.
Okay.
Wait,
It
are your
happens in
boys
here.
going with you?
Yeah, they'll be waiting.
Oh,
for
they'll
me,
be
so.
working on their fitness for
Yeah.
days.
they got Chase out there.
Fine.
Okay, I could come up with we could come up with a couple.
Oh yeah.
We were just
Okay.
gonna go like rapid fire questions for you,
Okay.
or do you have more? Do you have others?
No, let's go for it. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff, but I just have these because when you need talking points in a conversation, as the podcast host, it's my job to keep the conversation going. So
Yeah.
it depends on the person. If they're a really talkative group, we just
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, and I
know.
think is that Chat GPT.
A big block of it.
Yeah,
Guided
I
by
don't
me.
even know what I would do without it.
We'll
now.
we'll just ask you a couple, and then we can do other questions.
What's your Cody
Okay.
doing over there? Is he doing? Oh,
Oh, my little homie's been sitting here
He's
with his... Yeah.
he's dirty. He's a bath. My guys.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Muscle up.
Okay, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Ribeye steak.
Ooh.
What's your favorite WOD?
I'm so cliche. I don't really have one because I love all CrossFit.
What's your favorite complex movement?
Thruster.
What?
What's your favorite stretch? Okay, I'm just going off book here now.
Love
Anyone
it.
can jump in.
Rolling, roll,
Okay,
roll it,
I'm-
roll
Favorite
it.
stretch would be the couch stretch. It's the most effective for my back and hip flexor.
I thought you said couch.
couch, like where you
Couch.
put your leg back in
yeah.
the couch and you kind of lean
Oh.
back, stretch your quad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got
What's your
you.
favorite athleisure brand?
Athleisure brand.
Good.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
Vori gives me the best discount.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I like
40
it.
I think we're all
I'm
good
s-
on Viore.
I like some Lululemon, but you know I got fired as an influencer there because I didn't post enough.
Oh, no.
Rude.
Still sensitive about it, but Vori's discount for people in our profession, I applaud them. It supports us,
Yeah.
and it gets us like literally wearing their stuff all the time. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love you.
It's
I think it's
so
good
soft
stuff.
too. Yeah.
yeah, so
I love that.
big shout out to Vori. Thank you.
Okay, biker rower.
Bike.
All right, I can't think of any more.
5 or 6 a.m.
This is really what I wanted to come for.
That's like saying Jackson or Claire. Jackson or Claire.
I mean, I feel
okay.
like
It's totally different.
I know, Derek.
Explain the
I know.
differences. We need to know.
So
or South or Midtown. That's another one. Well, we can get to that one too.
if I had a step kid, it'd be like trying to decide between my children and my stepchildren. Like, it's still a little bit fucked up. You can't make that decision.
yeah. Well, I think because you've been sharing time, like you're getting to know them.
Yeah.
And, you
So
know.
I'm gonna say this: I love them all, like
We know.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, it's been really cool for me to get to know that community better. I mean, they are double-edged fitness too.
Yeah.
And it has been very cool and rewarding it has been very cool. I've enjoyed it a lot. And I love my classes here. I love all of you here. This is my home.
Sarah just needs words of
I
affirmation.
do
No,
verbal
but
affirmation.
I can't say that.
I don't think you have to pick.
Yeah, you
like,
don't have
honestly,
to.
like because every class has their
I'm teasing.
quirks and their community, and I think
They do.
that's
Yeah.
what's cool about double edges. I mean, even if I jumped in at like 9 a.m., I'm sure they would make me feel comfortable. I wouldn't want to step on anyone's rig because it's a pissing territory at that point. But I think like when you walk into
5
these
a.m.
doors,
is that vibe, but
I
Oh,
mean,
5 a.m.
I
for
heard
sure.
they
Oh my
get
God,
like
so is
4:30.
Kyle. He's
Yeah,
very
Kyle. I
territorial
heard
these
Kyle
days.
got
He
mad
He kicked
at
someone you're
Spicy
out.
on Monday.
I know. God.
We like worked it out, but
every class has its own culture, has its own vibe,
yeah.
its own little. It's really cool, especially being able to be a part of all the different ones. 5 a.m. is a lot of fun, but I can't come in there with a heavy coaching personality.
Yeah.
And they kind of want to do what they want, so you have to be like comfortable with like, hey, are you doing lean on crack, or like at least you're happy they're here. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and perspective-wise, a lot of them have been here since we've opened too. Like,
Yeah, that's
they're not trying to go to the CrossFit Games. They're trying to be fit, start their day off right, see their friends, have coffee, bullshit. It's a great hour and a half of their day.
Yeah.
And they get after it. They train hard. Mm-hmm. Like, they still
They
get
do.
after it.
Are we talking about 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So I think when I first took it over, I came in pretty hot and heavy as a technical coach. And I started getting burnt out with them because it's like, fuck you, you're not listening, whatever.
Like EB's like,
Now it's just a daily thing for us. But, and this goes for any class in the gym. I'm not the same coach in every single class. Like, I kind of am
have to
chameleon
adapt. Yeah.
to the class.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, your 6 a.m. is a very coachable class in the sense you guys want to be coached, and it's just a different vibe.
Yep.
yeah.
It's just a different vibe, and it makes it really fun for a coach. Like, this goes for me, Tammy, and Jess. Like, the back-to-back of 5 to 6 a.m. is a lifting of our day. Like, it's just so much fun, good energy, good people the whole time, and it's just like, this is how I start my day at work. Like, it's cool.
That's really cool.
And that same thing happens at South. Like, the 5 a.m. class, 6 a.m. class are different, both in size. So if you guys know anybody that wants to go to 6 a.m. South Reno, I'm ready for you. Definitely want more bodies in
And
that
I
class.
feel like we like stole those two ladies
I
from
know,
fucking South.
I told Mandy, I'm like, really? Really?
She's been solid.
They both have.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Killing it.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
But yeah, so it's
All right.
cool.
We feel the love.
So,
We know we're your favorite. You don't have to say it.
It'll help her sleep better
Yeah.
tonight.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, as far as you do get you get a lot from me.
I do, Derek. I do.
And I hate to say, any member that asks me for help, I'm going to help them.
Yeah.
But you're also
I demand
receptive
it.
to my help. And sometimes my kind of coaching isn't always, it's not the most coddling.
No, it's definitely not.
But I think you're good for Sarah because she kind of needs like
Hardcore.
love you,
like
but
the
like
yin
hard truth.
to
Yeah,
yang. Yeah.
I do.
Because like if I told you to eat carbs, you'd be like, yeah, not gonna do it. And then if Derek
No.
tells you to eat carbs,
Okay, fine. I'll try.
Dad will tell you to eat the carbs. He'll do it. We call you Dad sometimes.
That's fair. That's fair. It's part
Not
of
like Daddy, but like Dad.
No YDM.
No big D.
Oh my gosh, you're coming full circle.
It's great.
What's your
Fabulous.
biggest pet peeve in the gym? This is always a fun one.
Ooh.
Oh, too bad Amy's not here.
Yeah,
Oh, she'd have a
like,
list.
Had been a long list. Me not starting workouts on time is number one for her.
No, I think somebody doing the bicycle
Oh,
right in her
oh,
spot.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember
That was
that.
a big one.
She did not like that.
no, she didn't.
Pet peeve.
Maybe
I don't know
when
if I have
somebody's in
one.
my spot. I hate to say it.
Okay. I
But,
mean, you
but
got a
I don't
banner there
mind
now and
sharing,
everything. It's just like,
but like if they know it's my spot and then they still go in my spot, I know this is very elementary.
what's funny is you're like one of the most welcoming people in the gym, right? You're like, hi, nice to meet you.
I
What's up?" And
try.
this and
I
that.
really try
Territorial.
to be.
You have a
but
very
I like my
bubbly,
spot.
welcoming personality, and then like, you're like this box
But
bitch,
this spot right here, no, dog.
2 steps over.
Yes.
I don't really have many pet peeves.
Cheaters. You don't like
dad's
cheaters.
had
Oh my
jokes.
gosh, yes,
Your dad's
thank
bad
you.
jokes.
Yeah, that's a pet. Sometimes
Wait,
I
what
look
was
at
it?
it and
I
I'm like,
missed it.
what the fuck did you just say? My dad's bad jokes.
Oh,
Like some days I'm like, yeah, no.
well, and you have to deal with him more. We're like, Kyle,
Yeah.
don't cross this line. Oh yeah, she brought it. CrossFit cheaters. Just,
Yeah.
If you legitimately like didn't know if you did all the reps, don't
that's
put
a
your
good one.
score in.
I got
Yeah.
2 I got to deal with today because I get very sensitive over hero workouts.
Yeah.
And like double unders, like I have ADHD, so like sometimes I'm like, so I have to count like just depending on like the situation. Double unders I count in tens.
Okay.
So then like once I get to 10 now, like then I go to
Oh,
20.
That's funny. That's a good question.
So
'Cause
like
do mine
I
different.
feel like, and if you've ever counted me and I legitimately like didn't do all the reps, it's not because I was trying to cheat. Like I literally like fucked up.
I can't get to 30. Like I can't do 31, 32. I have to do 25
Interesting.
at
That's
a
a good
time.
question. Yeah, how does
Yeah.
everyone count their reps?
Yeah.
I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh
Like
no,
even
I
to
can't do that.
273 the day?
Sometimes I'll go like by tens, but it'll be like 50.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
Well, and if you like
singles.
miscount on something like 10 reps, like there's a you problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
There's
you cheating.
and I really truly think like at least for me, like if I was not squatting like low enough, I would want to be like told like I
I
want
want
to
to be
do.
told to.
I told you today.
Yeah, I know. I like
I
that.
want to do
I like that.
like
Big
perfect
high rocks
push.
gripe for
Yeah,
us.
like
There are
total-
people who were not.
Dude, don't even.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was no
It was
ass
bad.
to
Yeah,
grass.
see,
Like,
that's
they were
Jenny's pet peeve. She
That
gets worked
is-
up. Yeah.
well, cause like
I do
there
too.
will be like a workout like Chad and like y'all are we're all moving right. There's no way someone is beating me by 2 minutes and 30 seconds if we moving at this same ish pace. And you got a drink of water, and I watched you get a drink of water.
Oh, this is one of the biggest, like,
Well, and like if we're on this topic,
See, I
like
told
the
you.
whole
This is what
okay, like
works her
thank
out.
you. I just you talked about it the other day, like the whole like I'm so glad you guys took off the number of attendance because that shit was people's. It's no
It was
longer
getting
about
out of hand.
the
Yep.
fitness.
Yeah.
It was like
Real quick it
me
got out of
being-
hand.
It got out of hand like a
hand.
wildfire.
Yeah.
And like
I was like,
I
whoa.
think that goes all back to like quality movements and doing, you know, you're here for an hour training hard. You
Yeah.
were trying to get the people that don't come enough
Yes.
to get their ass to the gym.
yes. And,
And
what
then
happened
we
is
have,
the people
like-
that train a lot are training way more.
40 classes
And the people
in
at the
a
bottom of the curve,
8-month class.
it didn't move the, so I, like our attendance is up overall and I go through and like just pick out people that this person who I know who's, you know, maybe 2 days a week, are they going 3 now? Fuck no. But then I got Sarah going 27 times. Right? It's like the fitter are getting fitter
You're
and
OCD
hopefully
people.
not getting
it hits
broken.
the OCD people.
And I'm like, oh, the numbers got to go. I'm going to organize this by first name so you can't go through and start like
Yeah.
nitpicking this and
Yeah.
that. And if you want to know your number for if you're trying to track your 200s, because like Andy's going to be gone for a month. So he was really cramming them in.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to make up and he really wants to keep. I like the committed club.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's solid.
but it needs to
for
be kept
sure.
in its damn bucket.
Yeah.
And those of you
Right.
not getting in there, you need to figure it out because that's where the needle is moved 3 days a week or more. So
Yeah.
Correct.
That was
I
like
didn't
when
know
I
there
was out
drama
for 6
around the
weeks.
attendance.
Oh, it was.
Was it bad?
5 a.m.
Yeah,
was doing like
some,
double days.
Well,
like,
I
they
knew
were
that, but I
getting
didn't know it was
obsessive.
like for actual numbers. I thought it was because they just wanted to
No,
work.
they just
No.
wanted the committed higher number.
Well,
it's like
And,
the,
you know,
there's parking spaces.
you try
on
to
the
highlight the
line
parking
now.
spaces, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep that because
Yeah.
this is meant to recognize somebody who does a great job consistently, not somebody who's doing 2 classes a day all the time,
1.5.
hitting burnout. Like this is not. Oh yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Like if I see that kind of shit, and it's like the goal is to find a consistent, long-term, sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah.
And use this as a benchmark and a goal to kind of hit. I know people that genuinely collect their cards they get. Like they have a photo album, and they're very proud of that. That's cool. Like I know people that throw them in the trash. So it's just teach their own. But
Yeah.
I've seen long enough now that you train with us 3 days a week, your needle's going to move. And the people that have since we've opened are some of the most legit, fit, healthy human beings today that you could be around. So it works.
Yeah.
So that is the goal of getting that going, but it was not to make some weird competitive where I'm getting text message and Instagrams like, hey, this person did this person didn't do that.
Oh my goodness.
Where am I at? I need to win. God damn it.
You're like, I did not know I opened that can of worms.
That was a
Yeah,
can.
I
was
really
funny.
should have thought that through a little bit, knowing some of the competitive nature, but it's just like,
Yeah.
It was a brush fire.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
got it
now.
out. Yep.
You got it out pretty quickly.
yeah, had to nuke it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So
There you
as
go,
that we
Fran.
just got your pet peeve, cheating.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And as a,
But it bothers me too sometimes.
oh,
Yeah.
we
I
just
think it's
literally
just
had a
like 'cause-
long conversation between us coaches at the South Gym over somebody today that we saw cheating like a mother.
Like, how are you gonna cheat on a hero?
Jesus is
well, and
watching.
also I didn't know how to put in like my score, so like I had 1,024 meters left. So how I put in the score, I did 1,000 divided by 60, because you're,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to say every
So I
100
just
meters
put
is
it
a
like
rep.
over like I put it like 65 minutes
Yeah.
and 5 seconds.
I don't know.
Even though I think if like the clock was still scrolling and we had
Since it's you
one-
against you, as long as you do it the same way next year.
Oh,
right. Well, I'll probably forget. I wrote like you had this much meters left, but I was like thinking like if the clock was still going, we would have done one more round of air squats. Like it would have been around, like 50. I needed like 52 minutes. I think
All
personally,
good.
but
yeah. I gotta go.
but yeah.
Mama's got to go.
My children are all texting me.
I tell them get over it. Come on in.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I think this was great. I feel like we
really appreciate you guys coming on.
I know
Yeah,
this
thanks
is
for
fun.
having
us. Should we just hang out on
Yay.
Fridays and
Drink. I need to get a fan. I can't use a fan. It's loud, but I got to get something cool this room down. It's
Yeah,
hot in
I'm
here.
hot. I'm sweating.
So, well, thank you. Wait, you guys got to get the, hold up.
da-na-na, da-na-na.
Oh my gosh, is there
comes.
like a theme song?
I don't know.
There it is.
Oh.
There's my corny theme song.
Wow.
Yep. And then give the
All right, we're
ladies
going
an
to the club
applause.
now.
Thank you for coming on.
I want to do this more. This is fun.
I know. Have us back.
I know.
I know.
I'll
We'll
do
come
it.
back
I'll do it
anytime.
anytime.
Okay.